really pay attention to how you are feeling when you are pursuing an opportunity. When if it doesn't feel quite right, then it's okay to pull back your energy and your focus and shift it elsewhere, because this frees you up. I'm at a MedTech conference in Boston today. I don't know if it's the best time for me to do a video because I look so tired. Networking events for me can be very exhausting. I enjoy them, but it's also a lot because I'm actually an introvert, and it just gets to be a lot. So anyhow, I was really exhausted last night, and I think I just slept super hard. So I did put on eye makeup, but I don't know, it's not showing up. But anyhow, I wanted to hop on and do a quick video because it's just as a reminder of how important it is, even for myself. I have to remind myself to take my own advice. It's so important to pay attention to how you're really feeling about what it is you think that you want. And I'm thinking about this topic because I came to this conference with one goal in mind, and now I'm leaving later today with a new goal, and I'm so excited. When I think about the new goal, the new idea that I have, my eyes literally start to water. They've been watering during the last talk that I was listening to, which is what inspired my new goal, my new idea. Maybe that's where my eye makeup went. But when I think about my new goal, my new idea that I want to work toward, literally, I'm so inspired that I'm overcome with emotion, and it is coming out of my eyes. I'm not crying, but my eyes are watering because I just feel so inspired and so filled with inspiration, motivation, excitement, and drive. Now, the goal that I originally came to this conference with, see, I'm literally crying right now. It's ridiculous. When I really thought about this thing that I've been working toward, this thing that I thought that I wanted, if I paid attention to how I was actually feeling, it felt heavy. It felt like, okay, if I do this sounds like so much work. Am I ready to do this? Am I going to enjoy doing this? It felt heavy, like so much weight. So I came to this conference with this goal in mind and these outcome goals and what I wanted to achieve. And then I'm thinking, do you really want this? And it's interesting because for me, when I don't want to do something, I can't make myself do it. I don't think that everybody is like that, but I think that this is a good quality because it can keep us from going in the wrong direction. It keeps me from going in the wrong direction because it can take a lot of work to reach our goals, our bigger goals, I call them, those goals that are going to take multiple steps for you to actually reach the goal. That's a lot of work and focus and time and energy and effort to put in when what if you are going in the wrong direction? So for me, I will hit a wall and my energy will just completely stop. I'll feel drained, it'll just go away, and I have no energy to go forward in this direction. And as I was preparing my talk track, I like to call it, for the conference, for people that I connect with as far as what I'm looking for and who I'm looking to meet here and the questions that I want to ask them. I'm very curious by nature, so with networking I have no challenges at all asking genuine questions out of curiosity for what others do. But I was having such a struggle in my hotel room, I'll just be very transparent with you here, trying to prepare my talk track. I kept stumbling and I'm thinking, I coach people on this, so what is the challenge here? What is going on? This is ridiculous. So finally, I had to just say, okay, get out of your hotel, just go. You're already an hour later than you had planned to be, which is fine. But then it ended up where I did practice my talk track, I did make my notes, and I didn't feel 100% prepared, but I wasn't meeting the right audience, and that happens sometimes too. So at first I felt like a little bit of a dummy. Maybe I should have researched more who was going to be here to make sure it was going to be a valuable investment of my time, but I also connected with some other folks who, like me, were looking for a different audience. So sometimes it's just an experience, it's a learning experience. You go to a conference or to an event or whatever, and you learn, oh, okay, so now I know, next time maybe I'll invest my time and energy here. And also Boston is beautiful, and I also have a friend here that I got to have a great dinner and conversation with last night, so that was amazing. The hotel is beautiful, on the water, the Boston Harbor, it's gorgeous. So it's definitely not a loss, and I went to Women in MedTech breakfast this morning, which I was an hour late to, so I almost didn't go. But then I said, you know what, just go, get your cup of coffee for your $50 that you paid. And see what happens. And I walked in late also with another woman at the same time. We chatted. We were both tired, so that's why we rolled in late. And we ended up joining a table of these remarkable women, and it was a phenomenal conversation. And I felt so energized from it, and I just really enjoyed being around these women. And I learned something from each of what they shared, and I took some notes to use and expand on those concepts for myself, and also in other videos to help others. And then after that conversation, there was going to be a keynote speaker talk, Dr. Cherise Sparks, and it was the most inspirational talk. So anyhow, I'm not going to share what my new goal is in coming away from this conference, but I just wanted to speak to that, to really pay attention to how you are feeling when you are pursuing an opportunity, when you're in the interview process. How are you really feeling when you're interacting with these people, the person that's interviewing you, the hiring manager, the other folks at the company, because this is going to be who you are surrounding yourself with. And if it doesn't feel quite right, then it's okay to pull back your energy and your focus and shift it elsewhere, because this frees you up. When you are so focused in one direction and it's either not working out or it doesn't feel right, this is a lot of time, your precious time and energy and attention that you're giving to something that's probably not working out because it's probably not supposed to. And this is why I was feeling so drained at the start of the conference, because I was connecting with and talking with people that were not my audience and I wasn't their audience. So there was not a connection and it didn't feel good. And that left me feeling drained, exhausted, tired. And so finally I listened to myself. So I did a networking event the first night, and that's always super exhausting for me, but I do it and I go, and I usually have a positive experience, and I did. I met some great people, we connected, but there's not really a reason for us to stay connected beyond the conference. So it was just sort of an experience, I'll say. But it's still kind of tiring for me. And then I do a really good job of paying attention to how I'm feeling and listening to myself so that I can understand what I need and then give that to myself. And so that's what I did. I wanted to just have a relaxing time after the first night event. And I found this Boston pub that was just chill, local vibe. I just wanted to sit. It was busy in there. I just kind of wanted to sit and blend in and maybe talk to people, not have to if I didn't feel like it. And it was just perfect. And I met some folks who were here working. They're from out of town. They're actually also from New York like me. And we had a great conversation. They were super cool. And the bartender was great. I love his Boston accent. So that was really, really nice. I listened to myself, gave myself what I needed. And then I felt refreshed and ready to go. And in the morning, I went for a nice run, great workout on the water around town, checking things out. And then I came back to the conference. And again, I felt drained because I was not connecting with the people not that there's anything wrong with these people, it's just we have different initiatives, different personalities, different interests. And so it was taking energy from me rather than giving me energy. And I thought I was going to be able to skip lunch because I had a decent sized breakfast and then I had dinner plans. I wanted to make sure I was going to be hungry for dinner. But around 1 o'clock at the conference, I just found myself getting a little bit cranky. And so I said, okay, I listened to myself. I need to go eat some lunch, but I'm at the conference center, so there's not a lot around here. They had food that you could buy in the back of the meeting hall, and it's cold and air conditioning kind of stale. I needed to get out and get some sunshine, but I had to walk a bit to find food. And so then I just said, you know what, I don't need to go back to the conference. I'll wait and go back. I'll give myself a break. I'll get some lunch. I'll walk around. I'll give myself what I need. And then I'll go back to the other networking event that I signed up for tonight. And it's very empowering, liberating, freeing. It feels so good to listen to and honor what you need. And so that's what I did. I found a nice lunch spot on the water, had some lunch. And as I was sitting there, that's when I decided, I'm not going to go back until later. That was very overly ambitious of me to think I was going to be able to stay at a conference for 8 hours, talking to people, networking, and trying to make conversation. That's a lot of work, especially for me. I like talking, but I'm introverted by nature, so I can be on and then I need to be off. So it can't be nonstop for me. Then I went back to the hotel. I did some recruiting work, took my computer out and sat in the sun and relaxed. And then I met my friend for dinner on the water. Beautiful restaurant, great conversation. He's such an amazing person and like a mentor for me, really. So I just am so grateful to still have this relationship with him for all the years that we've had now. And anyhow, yes, so then I had my final networking event today, this morning, the Women in Med Tech breakfast, and I woke up late and I thought, okay, maybe I'm probably not going to go because I want to work out. And then I thought, okay, wait a minute. Do I really feel like working out? I'm kind of exhausted. I have been working out every day, and I've been walking a lot and while I'm here. So I thought, well, just go ahead and get ready and try and go and just see what happens. And I'm so glad I went. And I know I don't look energized in my face. I still feel like, because I had a lot of energy sort of taken from me. It's nobody's fault. It's just a personal, I just know this about myself. So I have to be really attentive to who I surround myself with, and how much energy I'm giving to what. So I'm tired now, but I'm also starting to feel energized again because of the great women that I had these conversations with, and the inspirational speaker that I got to hear, and my new idea that I'm really excited about. So yeah, this is super cool. Pay attention to how you're feeling about the thing that you think you want. And oftentimes, if it is not working out and you sort of keep hitting a wall, it's because it's not supposed to work out. And this is by design, I believe, by the universe helping you. It can feel quite frustrating. Why isn't this thing taking off? Why am I not getting the job that I really want? Maybe it's because maybe there's something that is in your way that is a challenge by design that you need to overcome, so that you're equipped to accept and embrace and deliver for the opportunity that's meant for you when it does show up. And it's not going to show up until you are ready, because otherwise you wouldn't deliver, and then you're not going to get the next opportunity. So that challenges are also by design. But also, when things are not working out, that's by design, because there's something else that is meant for you. So I hope that helps. I hope you got some value from my story today. I haven't had a lot of time to do videos lately. I've been sick, and then I lost my voice, and then I've just been kind of exhausted. And maybe it's also because I needed some new inspiration, and I got that today. So I'm back. I'm ready to do some videos, ready to inspire. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.